Welcome back to another video, guys. We are on one of my permission farms today. I'm finally getting some cameras out. It's only the 1st of June here, but there's one deer in particular that we're going to be hunting on this property. I call the deer beef, so I got permission on this property late season last year. When I initially walked the property, I kicked up a really good deer, and that's how I got to talking with the landowner, got permission to hunt it. It's only a 40-acre piece, but having that deer on there, I'm like, that's a pretty decent buck. So I hung some cameras and didn't get any pictures of the deer until 2 weeks later. He showed back up and he was very clearly him. I mean, giant body, but no antlers he had shed already. And so I went in there to look for the sheds. Didn't find this year's sheds, but found an old antler, which is this deer here. That G2 is around 12 inches, big gnarly basis, big brow tine. And then I just found out that the landowner had found a shed off of the deer 3 years ago. Man, the flies are bad. So I'm not sure if this is the same year. Can't quite figure out. They look very close. The shed I found maybe was a little bit heavier. So this was, maybe 3 years ago. This may have been 2 years ago. So, obviously the beam length is not great. He's just kind of got that short little beam. But this deer is ancient. Probably one of the oldest deer I've ever hunted. This landowner has been here for forever, and he said he's been watching this buck for years and years and years and just lives on this property. So he said he's already seen him several times this year. He said he's got a big rack on him already. It's 1st of June, so I don't know what that means, but he's gonna be very obvious as to which deer it is. So we're gonna get some mineral out, get a camera on that, and then there's a spot here where a bunch of old logging roads come together that he said he's seen him a couple times. So I'm gonna get some cameras hung, see if we can get some pictures of this deer and see what he looks like this year. I'm super excited to hunt him. Well, 4 hours later, and I already got a picture of the buck I call beef. Yeah, so he's definitely, he's small, he's narrow. His beams are gonna be real short. And, frankly, he's probably not quite as impressive as I thought he might be, outside of the fact that he's so old and he's got really impressive G2s of all the sheds that I've seen off of him. So I would expect those to really grow yet. And, we'll just have to see. I will probably still hunt him just, for the fact that he's such an old deer, and it'd be a lot of fun, be hard, be challenging to kill a deer of that age class. So, and we'll see. It's a deer that I could get on early, the way it sounds. Talking to the landowner, he was there, all summer typically, and so I think that's something I can get on him, as soon as opening day hits. Versus some of these other deer often take, into middle of October to really shift into my properties. So we'll see. I've yet to see kind of some of the deer that I expect to see from last year on my main farm. And so there's, 2 bucks there that, depending what they do, they could be pretty impressive this year. And so, say a giant shows up on one of those properties, yeah, I'll probably hop over and hunt that versus, 135-inch 8-pointer. We'll see. Either way, it was really cool to be able to, get a camera out and see him that same day. So, well, it's September 23rd. We're in the week of bow opener here, coming up Saturday. So I haven't posted a whole lot recently regarding sort of my plans for deer season, kind of what I have going on, some of my target deer. As I'm sure most of you know, Southern Ohio has been wrecked with EHG this year, and most of my properties are in the area that has been hit. Specifically my main one, where I had several deer that I was looking at possibly targeting, and some potential deer that were still, on other areas that hadn't shifted in yet. Anyways, I found most of those deer dead. The area's been hit very, very hard. I don't know. I don't really want to put a number on it on how much, but it's a lot of deer. And so, I'm going to be doing some, just research later this year, just on seeing how many deer we have left in a square mile down where I'm at, some of that stuff. And I'm curious to see how the population rebounds in the next few years. But kind of puts me in a little bit of a pickle for this year. You know, like I said, I had most of my properties in that area. I've got 2 left that have not been affected. I picked up late season last year a piece far northern Ohio, and on that property have one really cool deer. Again, he's a very low scoring deer, but this deer is ancient. It's by far the oldest deer that will have ever hunted, probably. But we found that deer, and he's daylighting, he's in there. And so right now, today is basically a mission of moving all my resources to that property. And the reason I haven't done that up to this point is it's a timber client of mine that owns the property, and they're just getting ready to do the harvest on it. And so it's unfortunate timing on my side of things, but basically what that's going to look like is, you know, I just found out that it's going to be probably Monday or Tuesday till they move in versus Thursday or Friday that I thought of this week. And so that means I've got about 2 days to get it done on this deer prior to them harvesting. And it depends. Some properties I find it really pushes the deer out and they don't really come back for the rest of the year. Other properties, that doesn't even bother them. So I don't know how this deer is going to respond to that. I'm going to try to get it done, and he's been in there. It's going to be tricky. It's not a big property. It's flat. It's pretty open. And so I'm limited on access and trying to get in there. And it's a smart deer from what I can tell where he's bedding. From my, you know, the pictures I've been getting, accessing is going to be really tough because this deer is bedded in a spot that he knows what he's doing. Okay, we're going in after beef. It is opening weekend, Sunday night. Finally got the right conditions. Yesterday was just, the winds were just light and variable, just not consistent enough that I wanted to gamble on this deer. I've got a really limited window to hunt this buck. The crew is possibly moving in tomorrow, for sure, first of the week, to harvest this timber. And so I've got basically one shot at this buck. He's a really, really old deer. We think potentially 8 or 9 years old. And so we're gonna try to get it done this evening and slip in there. So kind of a weird scenario. The main parking is down really close to where I'm going to be hunting and where I expect to get a crack at this deer. Like, they'll see my truck if it's sitting there. So, and to park up here in a cul-de-sac by the landowner's place and bike around, and then I'll stash the bike just in some bushes somewhere and hop in my stand. So it's gonna be a really unique little setup. I'm like 3 foot off the ground with my tree stand, so should be a fun evening. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, oh, thank you, God. Dude, I was so shook up, I couldn't even see straight when I shot him. Oh. I think he's dead right there. I can't believe what just happened. My wife is not gonna believe this. That was so intense. Yes. He's nowhere near my highest scoring deer. He's not gonna score much at all. I am so jacked up on that deer. He's ancient. I gotta call my wife. Just killed him.
Did you get it?
Yep. Yep. Saw him go down.
You're nuts. No way. Are you serious?
Yep. He mule kicked like crazy and took off, and he went to this thick stuff, and I didn't see him come out. Like, he just sort of stopped. Dude, that was the most intense hunt of my life. I saw him, what is it? 7:15. I saw him at 6 o'clock. And first, so the little buck that was with him this morning came in, worked into the corn, and the neighbor was making noise across the street, and he didn't like it, and he boogered out of there. Never smelled me, but he boogered out of there, and I'm like, oh no.
No way.
10 minutes later, I see him where that deer had been, and then he just sort of walks off. I'm like, ah, shoot. But I got a picture of the little buck going out the back of the bedding area, but not him. And I was like, I mean, maybe he's just still right there. Well, some does work in, they work off and leave. Then 2 more does start working down the lane in, and all of a sudden he just stands up. And I just see those G2s. Yep, he was bedded back down. Right off the lane, dude. Right off the lane he was bedded. And he works in with these does, and he stood there forever and just quartering to, couldn't get a shot.
Stood at the corn, you're saying?
Yep.
And that's like, how far's the corn?
28. Wow. I'm almost like on the verge of, like, sounds ridiculous, but like passing out. Like, I am just like, I couldn't even see straight. I kid you not. And these does, because I'm holding my bow, I'm just like, I've been sitting in this position for literally 15 minutes not moving.
Yeah.
And the does work in, and they're at 10 yards. And I'm just like, they're gonna see me. She's eyeing me, but she can't figure out what I am.
Oh no.
And he finally steps out to where I got an open, broadside shot.
Yeah.
And I just like waited. She finally turned her head back, got him to full draw, and smoked him, dude. Oh. That is so wild. Never killed a buck opening weekend.
Fire me up, man.
So this is my setup, 3 foot off the ground. It's right there. Let's go check my arrow out. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, look at that. Those fletchings are white, guys. Oh my gosh. That deer is dead. He's gonna be laying right over there. Let me grab a light and let's just see if we can't blood trail him. Well, my light is dead, unfortunately. So I'm not gonna be able to find much for blood.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's bleeding good now, goodness.
Still, this little stuff's hard to see.
I would have said over this way, but because he cut pretty hard that direction.
But I don't see any. Yeah, here's some.
I'm gonna say this
Yeah,
is
look
true.
at that. Look at, oh yeah, that's awesome. Check that out.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. If you want to see.
It was just that distinctive pop.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even send you the video, did I?
No.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Just keeping you waiting.
I didn't know nothing. I called you and I was like,
I'm sorry.
You need
I
it.
was calling so many people, dude. I couldn't keep track of everybody.
I'm not worried. Yeah. You walked up on him though, right?
No, I haven't
Oh, you
walked up on
haven't?
him yet. No.
Oh, bro, go ahead. Here, take this.
Right here's. Dude, I can't see. I
Whoa.
can't see the blood. Just,
Well, then
I'll follow you.
me. I don't buy it. That's just, I haven't.
Like along there's a bun.
I don't have any. Okay, here's some. Yep. Yep. Here's some. Yep. Must have went right through here. There's some. Here's some. Did you get a pass through?
Yep. Yeah, the arrow was laying in the cornfield or in the corn pile.
Oh yeah. Check that out.
Oh yeah.
Just spraying.
Spraying. Yeah. Exciting, wouldn't it?
Kind of exciting.
I didn't want to have you guys come up here if he wasn't dead.
Oh,
Dot Issel.
there it is. Let's go.
Oh, I did hit him a little bit forward.
Is that where it went in?
Complete pass through on that. That's
Is that
in.
where
That's
it came
entry.
out?
Yeah.
That's entry.
Yep.
I got you.
That is a
That is a
big
beast.
Pick him up.
Hold. No way.
Hold it.
He's actually bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah. I kind of figured he would be once he got up
Yeah,
on him, but
for sure.
Goodness.
wow.
Dude, his face is huge.
Yeah. it's
Was he
bad.
angling too?
Just a touch, more than I thought he was after I looked at the footage.
Bro, that thing is awesome.
That's cool. Look at that brow tire. That's crazy.
That's cheat too.
This little beam is just laughable. Hilarious.
Man.
Oh
he
my
didn't make it
goodness.
far though.
No,
Oh,
he
that-
went
No, he didn't.
35 yards.
Wow.